plaintiff, Philip Capshaw, says he's part of a ministry outreach program that focuses on high crime areas, and that's how he met the defendant. Philip claims he tried to mentor the defendant who had trouble with the law, but he's suing him today for the balance due on a loan. Defendant Jesse Bowden admits that he was headed down the wrong path, and the church outreach program that Philip was a part of was a huge help. However, Jesse feels Philip is suing him prematurely.
Start with you.
I met Jesse in late 2015, early 2016 through a church program, kind of a ministry outreach that concentrated on high crime areas of town. We went door to door to the apartments, prayed with them, gave the children snacks, and I became familiar with him through that. He'd had a little...
Going door to door?
Yes, sir.
Okay, offering kids candy. Go ahead.
Oh,
what?
It was...
What's wrong?
That sounds wrong, Your Honor.
Huh?
It just sounded a little fishy the way you said it.
Why is it fishy? What did I say? I just stated the fact. Go ahead.
Jesse, I like Jesse. He had gotten a little trouble in the past, but I like him. I kind of tried to mentor him, and I shared with him my experience, some stupid decisions that I made when I was in my late teens. I had the idea that I was going to sell weed in town. I've always been kind of an entrepreneur, and I just thought that sounded like a good idea, at least until the drug dealer that got ripped off thought that I had something to do with it, and we had a high-speed chase. Started by the police department, ended a few blocks away, and the guy ended up pointing a gun at my head. So that was kind of the end of my drug dealing days.
That's the end of your career.
However, Your Honor, I still didn't learn. About a year later, I didn't sell weed anymore, but I decided, well, I think I'll smoke some again. So I got stopped on the way home, and I got out of going to jail on that one miraculously somehow.
How old were you?
I was 19.
Were you driving under the influence of smoking weed?
Maybe,
okay,
probably.
That's what everybody needs to know.
But I had an ounce of marijuana.
I like to weigh in on an ounce.
Back in the 70s, that was a big thing, Your Honor.
It sure was.
And I got off with no record.
A pound was $1,200. So back in the 70s,
an ounce was $10 back then. A lid was $10. If you bought 5 pounds, it was only $100.
That's
per
not
pound.
true. Move on.
No, it was.
Hey, get on out of here.
In the 70s, Your Honor.
5 pounds of weed
in the $70s.
$100. Go ahead.
Yes, in Oklahoma. And I don't know what the rate in Chicago or Detroit was. Oh, anyway, I didn't get in trouble for that, and so...
They still got that price?
No, sir. No, sir.
Because it's legal now, so I might buy me some of that. Go ahead.
But it's prescription now, so it's very expensive.
Depending on what state you live in, it's recreational here.
Yes.
All right.
I
started out, my back used to hurt.
Yeah.
Now I don't need nothing. I just smoke me some weed when I want. Go ahead.
Well, I smoked
for
enough.
recreation. He used to come in here with holding his back, limping. That's how far he took it.
Fake cast.
Right, cast on and everything. Now you see he coming in. I can smell weed on you.
So what?
So what? Right. Nothing I can do.
Defendant Jesse Bowden says the plaintiff helped him turn his life around when he was heading down the wrong path. But the plaintiff is suing him today for the balance due on a loan.
But I applaud you for redeeming yourself with the type of work you're doing. I'm having fun with you on the other stuff.
I'd realize that,
I
Your Honor.
applaud you for doing that. More people need to do that. More people need to do that. You give me some background, young man.
I met Philip, like he said, late 2014, 2015, through this church outreach program. Philip, yeah, he felt like God should help me out, and the way I was going, the way my past was, you know, I got adopted and, you know, was still living the basically rock star lifestyle, just drugs, alcohol, really, not really on the drugs, just mostly alcohol and smoking weed. And, you know, met Philip, Mr. Capshaw, and through this church outreach program, living in the apartments, you know, trying to come up. And, you know, he
Was it beneficial to you?
It was.
Good.
It was very beneficial
Good.
to me, you know, and you know,
And
he's
more ministry should do just that. 'Cause we got a big problem with saving troubled young people. And we have a perfect example of a man who reached out to troubled youth because he was once one. He reached out through his ministry using the power of spirituality. Young man says it's worked. So I hope you viewers will influence your pastors to start such a ministry. So how has it gone since then? What are you doing with yourself? Let's
great.
hear about that.
Right now, I'm currently at a golf and country club, private golf and country club, and I do a little, I wash dishes, but I do a little sous chefing at that.
All
Salmon,
right.
tilapia.
Well,
I mean,
did you advance your skills beyond high school?
I have. Got into cooking ever since then.
Okay.
And just kind of just cooking, washing dishes. And
All right, let me give you an idea. And that is start perhaps at home or with friends and family, start trying to do a little catering. And country club guys, most of them are rich or upper income.
Yes, sir.
So you're around rich guys, upper income, and you're serving them all the time.
All the
Be
time.
extra friendly, make them like you. And at some point, they might reach out to you. What are you doing with yourself? Well, I got a little catering company on the side. Oh, you do? Yeah. All right, I'm gonna give you a shot. I'm gonna have a dinner party at my house. Why don't you come by and provide the catering for us? Got me?
Yes, sir.
All right, I like to help young folks when they come before me, not just chastise them about their past. All right, good luck to you in the future, but you're on the right track. Tell me about the loan.
A loan, Jesse, $1,750 in June of 2016 to get a car. He signed a promissory note. He has paid it through paying and working $983, still owes a balance of $767.
Okay.
He was supposed to pay $140 every pay period, which was every 2 weeks, I believe.
That's a lot.
It is.
Who agreed to that?
Jesse, he said.
Did you propose that amount?
I asked him what he was comfortable with. He said that was approximately what he was paying on the car that blew up that he had. So
Blew up. All right. Sir, what do you say to this?
I just asked for at least a little more time. Pretty much bills and kids going back to school, and
How many children you have?
I have 2 beautiful children. A daughter that had just turned 5.
Where
in
you live?
July.
You live here in Chicago?
Ardmore, Oklahoma.
Defendant Jesse Bowden says the plaintiff helped him turn his life around when he was heading down the wrong path. But the plaintiff is suing him today for the balance due on a loan.
Well, let me just compliment you once again. You got children, you have a job, you've overcome a troubled past, you're being honest today. You're not sitting up here trying to lie your way out of a debt that you owe for a man who has done so much for you by your own admission. So once again, hats off, hats off, hats off. And if I think about someone I know in Oklahoma, if I think long enough, I might. Oklahoma City, is that close?
hour and a half.
Well, the guys I know from there, they're gone now. Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant knew them, but they're gone. Y'all ran them out of town. You had James Harden, you had Russell Westbrook, and you had Kevin Durant. You had 3 basketball players. All 3 of them have been MVP of the NBA, and they had nerve to trade them?
Yes, Your Honor, but Jesse and I told them not to do it, but they wouldn't listen to us. What are you going to do?
Judgment for the plaintiff. Have a good day.
We're still friends.
We're still friends. Sorry about the clammy hands, but
It's all right. It's all right.
hope this doesn't ruin a good
Oh,
relationship.
you know it
and-
won't. You know it won't.